Place. Place. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Down. 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 Go, 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 go. Sit. Yes. Go, 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 go. Place. Place. Yes. Down. Yes. Sit. Yes. Come, 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 come. Sit. Yes. Place. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Come, come. Place. Yes. Come, 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 come. Sit. Yes. Place. Yes. Come, 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 come. Place. Yes. Sit. Yes. Come, come, come. Front. Sit. Yes. Down. Down. Yes. Good boy. Place. Place. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Come, 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 come. Yes. Place. Place. Yes. Stay. Yes. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Come, 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 come. Place. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Down. Yes. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Come, 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 come. Yes. Sit. Yes. Place. Place. Yes. Good boy. Thank y'all for tuning back in. It's your boy Pelican Bay Kennels holding it down, giving you that dog news. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Hit that button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Let them know the video dropping. Give you that dog news for the day. Let's get into it.
Okay.
If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. If I find my way home, yeah. If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. If I find my way home, yeah.
This is the moment for those who.
In today's dog news, we're going to talk about Bully Max versus Victor dog food, which is better for your dog, and some things. But first, we're going to talk about the working line Rottweiler, or just the Rottweiler in general. The Rottweiler in general. And first, we're going to talk about a lady named Miss Merle Freeman. Miss Merle Freeman and how important to the Rottweiler game that she is for those who have Rottweilers. No matter which kind you have, if it's American or German. Okay. Miss Merle Freeman was introduced to Rottweilers through her husband, Mr. Bernard Freeman. He was already in the game. She didn't like the dogs. She thought it was ugly, but as time go on and your husband dealing with them, she start getting real fond of the breed, and to the point to where she, just like Mr. Maurice Carver's wife took control of his dogs, she took control of, basically the situation. Miss Merle Freeman. Now, Miss Freeman spent so much time and began to love these dogs so much. She is the reason, she's the person credited for getting the OFA involved with getting Rottweilers tested for hip dysplasia by 24 months. She's the lady credited for that. Miss Freeman taught so many people about the breed. She created the American Rottweiler Club, and she was the first delegate of the American Rottweiler Club in the AKC. So big shouts out to Miss Freeman if you're in the Rottweiler game. Now what Miss Freeman done has been carried on by greats and top shotters in the Rottweiler game like this guy that they're about to speak about now. You know, and if you're into Rottweilers, working dogs, working Rottweilers, you know, you already know about this guy right here.
Sauber Meixner has made more contributions in Germany than just about anybody. He's titled a zillion dogs. He's bred God knows how many club Siegers, club Siegerins. This man, what he does with his dogs is just unbelievable. And he works with his dogs. He deserves everything he's gotten with these dogs. He gets up in the morning, takes them to the forest, does it 3 times a day, walks with his dogs, trains his dogs, loves it.
See, this is what makes the difference when it comes to a dog, any breed. You know, that's why I tell you, you know, the dog that sits on the chain is nothing like the dog that the man does this type of stuff with. All right, that's just a little history on the Rottie. Next, we're about to jump into Bully Max dog food versus Victor dog food. Which is better for your dog? All right, now the first thing between these foods we're gonna talk about is price. Between the two, Bully Max average price is higher than Victor's average price. Now this is gonna matter when it comes to how many dogs you got. That's when all that matters. If you got one dog, then you know you're looking at it from a different standpoint than a person with 30 dogs. So that's the first thing you gotta key in. The price of a bag on each end. Okay, now Bully Max claims to be able to feed less dog food and get the same results as Victor. Say, if I feed my dog 2 cups of Victor, Bully Max claiming they can feed their dog 3/4 of a cup of Bully Max to equal, you know, 2 cups of Victor. Now the Bully Max company is not only saying that they can outdo the Victor, but they're claiming, like many of the high grade dog foods, that they can feed less of the Bully Max and get the same results as the high grade dog food that's floating on the surface today, you know. But that's yet to be proven, but that's Bully Max claims. I feed 3/4 of a cup of Bully Max, I get the same results of feeding 2.5 cups of Victor. But like I say, that's not a proven fact. And don't get me wrong, this ain't a total breakdown on food for food. You know what I'm saying? This is my opinion. And for one thing, you gotta realize, every dog is different. How your dog react to Bully Max ain't gonna be the same how my dog gonna react to Bully Max, or his dog gonna react to Bully Max. Even if it's the same breed. You know, both of y'all can have pit bulls, both of y'all can have bullies, both of y'all can have whatever kind of dogs y'all have, and both dogs might react differently to that same food. So it's really, you gotta pay attention to your dog. You know, you can't really go off what the next man getting for his dog. You gotta judge your dog and, you know, shop for what your dog needs. Alright, and with that being said, both dog foods will come in at 30-20, you know, percent on protein fat. 30-20. Both dog foods will come in at that. And of course, with any brand of dog food, you can get, you know, lower qualities of protein and lower fat levels, or high fat levels and high protein qualities. But for the most part, we're talking both dog foods are 30-20. Now there is a little inconsistency on the labeling of the Bully Max. On the labeling of the Bully Max, at one part it says the vet recommends puppies at 7 weeks old can eat that dog food on up. From 7 weeks old on up, the vet recommends. Later down the line, on the bottom of the bag, it says that the actual Bully Max company recommends 4 weeks. A puppy at 4 weeks of age can eat the dog food on up. Now, there's a little inconsistency, because the vet gonna, you know, supposed to know a little more than what the Bully Max company knows. But I guess the Bully Max company know there's a big audience in between 7 weeks and 4 weeks. You're gonna make a whole lot more money if you get people to buy your dog food for their puppies at 4 weeks, instead of them having to wait till their dog get 2 months old. Now Bully Max's first 3 ingredients is chicken meal, brown rice, and chicken fat. Now with the Victor, it's bone meal, grain sorrel, and chicken fat. Okay, compared to the Bully Max, the chicken meal compared to the bone meal, you know, probably give it to the chicken meal, and grain sorrel compared to brown rice, you know, the grain sorrel is just not gonna, the brown rice is just really not super important far as bringing what it's bringing to the table, and the grain sorrel is just less important than that. Okay, and both dog foods have chicken fat after it. Now, although a lot of bully breeders feed their bullies Victor dog food, some people have been controversial about some of the ingredients in it, like seaweed meal and tomato pomace. You know, some people saying that, you know, the seaweed meal is just cheap carbohydrates, you know, and you know it's not the healthiest for you. So it's been a little controversy on some of the ingredients in the Victor. See, when your dog working hard and working, he should be going off of protein and fat, not carbs. The Victor has a ranking with the AAFCO of 5 on 5 and an A on the stars, you know. But at the end of the day, when it comes to both dog foods, at the end of the day, it's gonna matter how each individual feed their dog, what kind of dog each individual have, and what kind of system each individual dog has to react to the food that they eat. You know, because we both can have Malinois, and we both feed them Victor, but they from two different litters, and both dogs' body is reacting different to the dog food. So you gotta pay attention to your dog. What works for his might not work for yours. What works for mine might not work for yours, but you can try it to see, you know, if it works. So I'm about to give this dog food battle to Victor because of the price range. Cheaper dog food, you know, you can feed more dogs, or your dog can eat for a longer period of time, I would think, you know. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. Thank y'all for watching the video. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button, you know, hit the comment at the bottom. I'm gonna comment with you. It's your boy PB Canines, and I'm about here.